Hello kids! Today, our brand FoxGalah turned 3 years old. That's right, we've been producing content for the past 3 years. And like always, we're going to be doing an anniversary special. So for this anniversary special, I'm gonna be showing off all of the digital art that I've made for the past 3 years. Yes, I know I got my drawing program in 2020, but this is all of the digital art that the FoxGalah company has done. Well, it's not all of it, it's just most of it. So, without further ado, let this 3rd anniversary special begin. So first up, we have the first official digital art drawing of me, FoxGalah. It looks a lot different than what we have nowadays. It's because back then I had a different design. So anyway, since it was my first time using the program, you can see that it looks bad. It has lots of random effects splotched here and there, and it's fair enough. It's because I didn't know how to use the program. As you can see, there's lots of overlapping lines too. So next up, we have some information that I made up about a species of phoenix I made up called the common phoenix. As you can see, my art got better. I knew how to zoom, and there was not so many effects splotched everywhere. And as you can see, the lines are still overlapping, but well, at least it's better than the previous art. So anyways, you can see there's some lore over here about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that this art was made in early 2020, just like this one. Now we're going to move on to another episode in my Phoenix series, the last one. This is on the Fire Phoenix. This was made in early 2022. You can see the lore at the top. And you can see there's less overlapping. Now we got another design of me. I found a how to draw furries video, and I used it to design this one, and well, it has a bunch of random effects splotched too, which makes it look a bit weird. Like this beak looks 2D, and those don't look like fox ears. Well, they do, but they're not pointy enough. And you can see the random weird effects on the wings. This was made in early 2022. Now we got another design of me. It looks better, and these ears look like cat ears. And there's a bunch of symbols that meant to represent and describe me over there. And there's oh, I'm sorry about that. And there's still some random effects here, but it looks better. The eyes look like they're glowing, and since I wanted my art to look as good as some art that I saw on a speed paint video, That's why it looks a bit weird. It's because I tried to mimic what they were doing. Next up, we have another FoxGalah art. As you can see, it looks better, and those lines overlap the colors. They overlap these lines. And we got some information over here. We've got my name and the emblem, and you get the point. And this looks kind of cool. And next up, we have a bunch of random effects splotched on this FoxGalah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that all of these arts have been made in 2020. I'm sorry about forgetting to mention that all of these arts that I didn't date, that I forgot to date, were made in 2020. So anyways, it has a bunch of random effects splotched on it. I tried to make it look good by splotching a bunch of random effects, but it looks a bit weird. Oops again. And we've got my signature up there, and the name of the character thing here. So next up, we have another FoxGalah sheet, and this is the first drawing of my protogen form. Back then I didn't have the Galinox concept, so this was just a unique to certain specimen power-up. And we have some lore. Yeah, I know, but you could read here. So the backstory says she was a pink red fox furry. After listening to MLG music, she became one of the lots of 89 subspecies. After listening to more, she had a protogen form and a mustache with it. Now she protects the PGN. And you can see here, it looks good, I guess. And you could see the little information. And you can see it on the protogen form. And the protogen form used to have all of the elemental attacks, but I scrapped it. It's because it's too powerful. So anyways, on to the next art, and this one looks a bit weird with the red lines. And the way that the eye is split into two makes it look like it's made out of paper. And it looks a bit weird, I guess. The background looks good. So anyways, we're going to move on to, that's the without the background version. And that's the protogen form. We did have a background version for it, but this is only the ones from the photo album. This is another art of me. As you can see, it looks better. And the lines look a bit weird. And let's just move on. And oh yeah, the feet look a bit weird too. This is a version with the background. The background looks cool, I guess. And this is the protogen form version. And this is a transparent version of the protogen form. I think it looks, the lines are less weird, I guess. So anyways, this is art of my Scraptosy calendar circle. I was meant to do fluff here, but it looks more like I photoshopped transparent lines on. And it looks a bit weird. The feet look a bit weird. And the legs. So anyways, this is our old logo. as you can see, it's meant to reflect like the bow that's on top of my head, like the modern one does. But since this one was less detailed, it looks less detailed since it doesn't have the crown thing on top. And this logo looks a bit cool, I guess. This is the, like, another design of me. A later design from June 2020. It looks good, I guess. And I thought of never mind, but it looks good. But as you can tell, I changed the design again. This is the transparent version. So anyways, this is our logo from 8th of December 2020 to the present day. As you can see, the logo looks cool. You've been seeing it in all of my videos. And it looks modern. And this is art of the look that's used from like 2020 to the present day. But you may be wondering, but the modern FoxGalah art looks different. Well, this is because the proportions on this one look a bit weird. It's because look how short the arms are compared to the body. Like, just look. Like I messed up big time with the length of these arms. They're so stubby and it's unrealistic. And it will make my viewers think my character has deformed hands. This is the transparent version of the one with like disproportionate features. And this is the FoxGalah Kids version. It was made in 2020. As you can see, everything's to proportion. And it looks good. And I might redraw this in 2023. Yeah, I'm probably gonna redraw this in 2023. So anyways, this is the ref sheet with all of the disproportionate things. And as you can see, this wing isn't even attached to the body. And the chest looks disproportionate too. Like, these things on the chest, you might be saying that they're like, the stuff on but since these things function like they do on a bird character, they don't do their function. They're just sexual dimorphism, like they're just for decoration. So anyways, here's the profile picture from 2021. Oh my god. It's the one with the weird proportions, but you won't notice that it has weird proportions. It's because the body is obscured by, like, you get the point. And the eyes and the face looks so weird. And this is art of the protogen form. It has disproportionate stuff too. And the fire that I'm holding in my hand looks cool too. And this is a transparent version. And this is the green screen that I use in all of my videos to have my logo on the screen. Enough said. Next, this is the protogen form ref sheet, and you can see that all of the proportions are a bit weird, like the arms are too short, like I've said earlier. And the reason why it was like so disproportionate was because I was using this, which made the arms look a bit disproportionate. I don't use it anymore. And this is the art that we're using 2022 to the present. As you can see, the proportions are a massive improvement. They actually look not deformed. Look at, and I did the new shading thing, and I think this art looks very nice. And also, since this was the first time I was coloring and shading it that way, the original version was deleted. It's because it had lots of like little specks on the background that made it look unprofessional to a keen eye. It's because people with keen eyes, they could notice minor details, and if they notice these like little specks on the background, they'll be like, oh my god, I can't unsee this. So I decided to remove these things. This is the ref sheet. As you can see, it has the good proportions, and we're using it, and we're going to replace it with a new ref sheet, and this one's outdated in terms of like the preferences and everything, but you can still use it. Like all of this reference here, well, it's up to date. And let's move on. So this is the art of the protogen form, and as you can see, it's got its proportions fixed and it looks better, and you get the point. This is the protogen form ref sheet. We're going to make a modernized version in 2023 unless we like scrap the idea of something. And yeah, you get the point. This is the profile picture made on the 12th of April this year. It's me holding the ping pong plush because this was made when I used to like ping pong. Well, I guess I think you show ping pong Wonder Star is cool, but I just like don't you get the So anyways, my dad just entered my room and left. So anyways, I did it a background, and the background looks cool. I guess it looks realistic. And now we're moving on to when I start making art on Twitter that I post just so people can say, wow, cool art. So anyways, since Espeon was coming to Pokemon Unite at the time this was made, to celebrate its arrival, I decided to draw like an Espeon in the Hollowware, like lying in the side, like there's a tree in the background and there's lots of grass and there's a flower and it looks cool, I guess. This is art of Bluey that I made. This was back when I used to like Bluey, I guess. Like, I decided I wanted to like it. It's because everybody's really liking Bluey, so I could like it too. When I watched the episodes, I like wasn't that interested. So anyways, back when I thought I was a Bluey fan, I decided to make this. I like still support Bluey, I guess. I'm not interested in it anymore, and I don't know, like, why am I still following the account on Twitter? Maybe it's just merely as a method of support. So anyways, you can see the dog like jumping up and there's Bluey Healer at the bottom. This is 2 Meow Sticks from Pokemon. One of them's a male and one of them's a female. And they're at the beach. Like having fun at the beach. You can see the hearts around them. And they're like having fun at the beach and it's night time. Since Delphox was coming to Pokemon Unite at the time this drawing was made, I decided to make art of a Delphox because Delphox is coming to Pokemon Unite. It's the appropriate time to make fan art. And as you can see, there's a background made out of rings of fire. The Delphox is holding their fiery stick with fire on it. Let's go on to the next one. This one is a mallard duck. Like, we have these ducks at school, like we have 2 of them. One's a male and one's a female, and the female has a boy name. So anyways, this is a male mallard duck. I decided to draw one, it's because, like, they're cute, and the ones at school, we can stroke them and hold them. And on Wednesdays, you could, like, go to an after-school club where you could, like, stroke them and pet them for, like, half an hour. This is art of the Oricorio Pom-Pom style from Pokemon. Back at the time, I was obsessed with this Pokemon because this Pokemon is extremely underrated and I wanted it to get some more love, so I decided to spread my love by, like, doing like fan art and trying to get it into Pokemon Unite. I'm currently trying to get a Pokemon called Roserade into Pokemon Unite, and I didn't ditch Oricorio. When Roserade comes to Pokemon Unite, I'm gonna come back and do Oricorio's legacy. It's because, why not? It's because I don't want to be mean and I don't want to ditch this Pokemon because it's underrated. So anyways, like I said earlier, this is fan art of the Pom-Pom style. And as you can see, it's cheerleading. It's because, well, it's a cheerleader thing. And let's move on to the next one. So this is the official art of Coco the Midnight from Lycanroc. Like, you've seen this art before, like it's on my channel banner. And you've seen it on when Coco does stuff. And you, like, get the point. This is art of the Oricorio Pau style. Yes, the Oricorio Pom-Pom style art got art for all of the other styles. So anyways, I made this one more calm. It's because this form of Oricorio is meant to be more calm than the Pom-Pom style. So anyways, let's move on to the next one. This is art of a red fox. You probably know what one is. So anyways, it's in the forest at night time. And it's like just doing red fox stuff at the forest at night time. This is art of Oricorio ballet style. And I tried to make each Oricorio art look like they're doing their, like, the dance that they are based on. I'm not an expert in the kind of dance that this Oricorio is based on, so I tried my best here. This is fan art of a Sylveon from Pokemon. This is like, there's like bows in the background, and you get the point. And last but not least in the Oreo fan art series is Sensu style. Much like the Pa'u style fan art, I made this one more calm than the others. This is my profile picture. I made this before I went on my boring holidays because I was planning to modernize like the intro, the channel banner, the profile picture, the outro, and everything else before I went on holiday. And also, you've seen this like updated intro and outro debut in my Wall Food rant, which was like before my holiday, like one day before it. So this is the one with like the modernized proportions and art style, and it looks good. This is when I came back from my holiday. It's because I didn't want to draw anything on holiday. It's because I was away from home and it was like I am more comfy doing stuff at home. So anyways, this is art of Pingu. Like his season 3 intro theme was a banger and he became an anime, so he was automatically cool to me. And I used to associate his themes with Rose Raid from Pokemon for like, because they're cool like the Pokemon, but since it's unfitting, it's because it'll be more suiting to like one of the penguin Pokemon. I associate another theme to Rose Raid from Pokemon. So anyways, as you can see, this like mimics what he's doing in the intro, since he's holding like this checkered bag on a stick and he's like not. Moving on. This is fan art of Talonflame from Pokemon. Well, our Talonflame, it's because they're a species, not an individual. And also on all of these drawings you could see like the date that I made them, like 2022 near, like next to the signature, so I don't need to tell you the date. Oh, you want to know which month it was made in? Well, it was made in September. So anyways, this Talonflame has like a ring of fire around it, and it has like, it looks cool. It's doing a cool pose with its foot going to the camera, and we put the ring of fire to like, because it's a fire type. This is fan art of the female Meowstic. It's because I was like, oh, I just drawed Meowsticks at the beach, why don't I draw a female Meowstic on its own? And I had like literally no other ideas to draw, so I decided to draw this female Meowstic. This is fan art of Zoroark. This is the first Halloween drawing, 6th of October. Like Zoroark from Pokemon. He's a spooky fox, and since he was coming to Pokemon Unite, I decided to draw some art of him. And there's like a funny coincidence, and I'm not going to tell you about it in this video. It's because we have other art to look at, but it's in my Zoroark gameplay video in Pokemon Unite. So if you want to check out this funny coincidence, then why don't you watch that video? I'll link it down in the description if I can remember. This is Pingu doing Halloween stuff. He's got a glowing pumpkin in one of his hands, and he's wearing a skeleton costume. And this sculpture, no, it's not a sculpture, it's just a decoration in the background, is intentionally a reference to the episode where there's like ice sculptures, like scary ice sculptures, and he's like, oh my god, this is so scary. This is art of Midnight Form Lycanroc from Pokemon. This Pokemon is a bit Halloweeny, I guess. And so that's why I decided to draw them. And since I already did art of a Midnight Form Lycanroc, like in the form of Coco, I decided to draw art of a Midnight Form Lycanroc, because why not? This is a pumpkin with my symbol carved into it. This is like the first Twitter art that depicts something that's not living. And yeah, it looks cool. I did all of the, like, you get the point. This is artwork of an Espeon that I made. So it's basically my Sylveon artwork, but with Espeon instead. The symbols in the background are different. And you get the point. I decided to do fan art of an Espeon. It's because I already did Espeon in a Hollower, so I'm gonna do Espeon normally. This is art of a Budgerigar because I had like no other ideas other than this, and it's flying, and the reason why this heart is there, it's because it looked odd with an empty space. Now, in the new Pokemon game, the final evolution of the grass starter is Meowscarada, who resembles Roserade. Like, they've got the cape, they've got a mask, their names sound similar, like it was even mentioned on a Pokemon wiki that their names are similar. So when I first saw Meowscarada, I was like, oh, this looks similar to Roserade. I've got to do some fan art of it. I was originally going to consider doing a Who Are You? I Am You But Cat comic in my drawing book, but I decided to make this into an art. As you can see, this Meowscarada is petting the Roserade, and it's cute. And I've got Roserade's flowers on Roserade's side and Meowscarada's flower on the right side. And they're like being cute together. Like, this art was originally going to be a Sacred Style Delphox fan art, but since I saw Meowscarada and it was like, oh my god, this looks like Roserade, and I decided to scrap the Sacred Style Delphox fan art in favour of this. And on a similar topic, I'm also drawing another complex Pokemon Hollower in Pokemon Unite for like Christmas, and it's taking me a long time. Like, I've done the line art and now it's onto the colouring, and it's causing me some stress. So if I did the Sacred Delphox Hollower, it might have caused me a similar amount of stress. It's because due to the complexity of the Hollower. This is fan art of Alolan Ninetales from Pokemon. The reason why we are now doing Christmassy stuff, because it's December, like, this is the first Christmas themed art. As you can see, its paw is on a snowball. And it's like sitting there, and I tried to do like an aurora in the background. And you get the point. And last but not least is a Christmas Pingu fan art. I didn't put like fan art in the Twitter hashtags because I wasn't sure whether I'm a fan of Pingu. I guess I might be still a fan of him. It's because he's cool, I guess. And I hope he doesn't get ruined in a reboot. So anyways, he's holding a Christmas present that's intended to reflect like the colours on his like bag thing that he's holding in the intro. And he's got a Christmas hat on. And he's like happy, and there's like snow in the background, and there's a Christmas tree. And so yeah, that's all of the art that I've done. Now let's move on to the outro. So it's basically now the end of this over 30-minute long video. That's basically me just showing off my art because my channel's 3 years old. I hope you enjoyed this celebration, and I hope I'm getting some good gifts for Christmas tomorrow. It's because the Christmas special, which we are going to release on the 26th if we can get it on time, will be dedicated to showing off these gifts. But if this video backfires, then don't worry, I have another idea. I'll be at this Christmas special, will be late. So anyways, happy 3rd birthday to my company, and bye.